Hi guys, it's me again. This time it's for Year 11s and the Sitcom Control Assessment. Here we have an example of students' work and the sort of things that should be in the analysis of the pre-title or title sequence. And you can see here that all of the key terms in media that this student has used are highlighted and they're put into capital letters, as you can see here: title sequence, long shots, establishing shots. And the simple reason for them to try and highlight them is to show the examiner that they know exactly what they're talking about, and to show that they're confident in using media terminology. That is the reason why they use that. Things like here, point of view shots, clearly used. Sound effects, they're wanting the examiner to know that they themselves know how to use all of this media terminology. Okay, as you can see, it's not overly long, this analysis. It's about Father Ted's opening title sequence, which is a pretty iconic one now, of a place called Craggy Island. I'm not sure if you've watched it before. It's no longer made. But this analysis goes through that entire title sequence, and yours needs to be pretty similar. Move on to what we need you to put into your analysis of your title sequence or pre-title sequence of a sitcom, and at the minute the popular one would be The Big Bang Theory. You need to remember to use the following terminology. Of course, we start with the key concepts, representation being the first one. You then need to use media language, which is obviously very important. The audience, which is who is watching it, and then of course institution, and that they are the people that have made the sitcom. Okay, they're the four key concepts. They're so important. On top of that, where do we go next? Well, you must mention high key lighting. Okay, all sitcoms use this. Okay. The establishing shots. What is an establishing shot? Well, quite often before we go into a building in a sitcom, you'll see the outside of the building first. The classic example would be in Friends. You see the outside of Central Perk, the coffee shop, before you go inside it. That is a establishing shot. Of course, you need to mention transitions. Okay. By name, so things like we would have cuts, we would have fades, and of course dissolve, which is another popular one. Okay, if and when you see these, you need to mention them or discuss them. Okay, moving on from that, what else do we need? Well, we obviously need to mention the theme tune. Conventionally, all sitcoms have one. Camera angles, again by name. What I mean by that? Well, when are there close-ups? When are there long shots? And it's your ability to recognize these when they're in front of you on the television set. Okay? Moving on from the technical aspects, of which there are more, but these are the basics. You need to mention two elements which get you extra marks in this particular controlled assessment. One, we have narrative theory. Now, specifically, what am I talking about? Well, there are only really two that we deal with. One is Todorov, and the other is prop. In sitcom, mainly, it is Zoltan Todorov's theory of equilibrium, disequilibrium, and new equilibrium. And then finally, we obviously need to understand how audiences and why audiences watch and consume media products, in this case sitcom. So we need to refer to our friends Blummer and Katz. Okay, do all this, and and you will definitely get more marks than if you don't. There are other things, of course, that you can include in this controlled assessment with your analysis of the pre-title sequence and title sequence of the chosen sitcom. In this case, it will be The Big Bang Theory. But if you stick to these points, guys, and if you can comment on all of these in your analysis, then you're definitely going to be in the high end of the grade boundaries. Okay, good luck. I'm looking forward to seeing it.